So I think Hosur Airport can service significant region of Bangalore itself. So it's one of the most interesting real estate zones.
Okay.
No new commercial airport, a civil airport can come up. And there is a feasibility study that was initiated to see whether this yellow line can be extended to Hosur. Why did even a Wipro move? Because they also realized that talent pool is more towards Sarjapur. The thing about always real estate investment, it is a percentage gain. The current highway kind of goes to the south and like a U and goes towards Chennai. And there is a lot of action that is happening in Hoskote area right now. Like I said, if you make wrong strategy, either lose money or their money can get stuck.
Today we are here with Mr. Shesh who's going to give his expert insights. We have a lot to unpack, so let's get started. So Shesh, there's a lot of buzz about the new developments that's happening around the Hosur Road and the Electronic City Belt. What exactly is driving this?
From a real estate perspective, that's a one large micro market, or I would say much more than a micro market. If you start going beyond HSR layout, that whole area, I would say beyond Kudlu Gate, etc., you can consider that has a certain behavioral pattern. So I can discuss about the overall electronic city. Beyond that is Bommasandra, Attibele, and then Hosur itself. Even though that's in Tamil Nadu, a lot of people from Karnataka, they invest there as well. And so from a real estate perspective, that whole region is kind of connected and has certain behavior. And there are a lot of things happening, both plus and a bit minus. So it's one of the most interesting real estate zones, I would say. Also because it cuts across, right? There is a Tamil Nadu government as well who's doing a lot of things in Hosur. It's Karnataka government that is doing a lot of things here. And interestingly, there is something very interesting that the union government, Nitin Gadkari, is doing, which also has kind of an impact in this zone. Very interesting thing, I would say. Let me start with the Hosur Airport thing. Right? See, there is a Hosur Airport area allocated, and the Tamil Nadu government is very keen to start it. They have been pushing hard. One big hurdle they have is Bangalore International Airport, the Kempegowda International Airport. When it was started, there has been no compete kind of agreement for a 150 kilometer radius. No new commercial airport, a civil airport can come up. Right? So now, unfortunately for Hosur, it falls within that range. So, they are very keen to start, but they are kind of stuck because of this. They are telling the Bangalore airport owner, which is Fairfax, we will give you only the contract to run the Hosur airport. Why don't you give us an exception? Because if this new airport affects your commercials, your business, I'm giving this also to you. But I'm not sure if that logic will legally fully fly, etc. I'm not sure about that. But what's interesting that they're trying to do things like that. Given the aggression at which the Tamil Nadu government is working, very close to 2031, they will get their airport going, one way or the other. Let's say somebody who's living in Electronic City, or for that matter, even if somebody who's living in BTM layout, Hosur Airport will be easier to go. Because see, I live around that area, in the HSR area. For me, the Bangalore International Airport is like more than 50 kilometers away. The Hosur for me is like 20 kilometers.
Correct.
So I think Hosur Airport can, over a period of time in the long run, well done, can service significant region of Bangalore itself. I think they have a really good captive market out there. And what will happen post that airport coming is anybody's guess. There is significant potential, I would say, of significant different type of development to happen. Other aspect now that I touched upon in transportation is there is a yellow line, metro line, right? This is kind of the Electronic City metro line that goes towards Bommasandra. And there is a feasibility study that was initiated to see whether this yellow line can be extended to Hosur. And very interestingly, it is the Chennai Metro Corporation that is pitching very hard. They feel that if they would connect that metro line to the Bangalore metro line, a lot of real estate benefit of Bangalore can start getting extended to Hosur, right? But the yellow line, that already the work is complete, right? I think there are certain testing and all that is happening. This line has to go operational. Maybe hopefully December. This line itself, I think, is going to bring a huge benefit to this region. By the way, my first corporate job in Bangalore was in Electronic City. I worked out of Infosys campus back in 2003.
Okay.
So I'm familiar with this area from a long time. When I came to Bangalore in 2003, the Silk Board flyover also was not there. Since the Silk Board flyover was under construction, from Madiwala to crossover was so tough. All the buses from Madiwala, they used to go through HSR, and all the roads of HSR were completely broken, so they couldn't take the load.
Yeah.
And वो cross करने में ही ना मड़ीवाड़ा से लेके आप बोमनहल्ली तक reach होने में ना 1 घंटा लगता था because of the construction.
Correct,
So I've seen through those
My
days
God.
as well, and I've seen through the days when the Silk Road flyover got completed. We were like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then Electronic City flyover happened much later. I think that brought a big boost. Infosys also funded, Wipro also funded. You know, Infosys and Wipro, which were the two really marquee companies of Bangalore, both were at that time present there. Today, of course, things have changed. While Infosys is still present, Wipro moved to Sarjapur.
Yeah.
Right? Back in 2003, there were no apartments, residential places, etc. much in Electronic City. People who used to work there had to come back to like Bangalore. Whereas now, after I think this flyover, बहुत सारे Ajmera, बहुत सारे लोगों ने Concord, बहुत projects बनाए.
Yeah.
So a lot of residential availability out there.
Okay.
I'm kind of doing a significant monologue of many things here. Wipro having moved out of Electronic City.
Yeah.
And Wipro was in a prime center of Electronic City, and Wipro was huge. I think the burden Electronic City is still carrying.
Yeah.
इतना बड़ा hole हो गया center में, वो छोड़ के चले गए, and that whole area is still vacant. I don't know, tens of thousands of people were working. Is now like nobody is there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that has really had a downside impact on the overall economy of Electronic City, is what I personally feel.
Okay. So Sarjapur's growth has also been like very phenomenal. Do you think we will see this kind of expansion near the new airport road as well?
The characteristics of Sarjapur Road and Hosur Road are very different for various reasons. That I'm saying is 2031 and beyond. There may be a lot of interesting changes that happen. But you know, but till then I would say the key difference is Sarjapur Road has a lot of upper middle class, higher end income earning people and CXO level people in that Belandur and Sarjapur Road area.
Yeah.
And consequently, we look at schools, so a lot of high-end schools of Bangalore are there on Sarjapur.
Yeah.
While of course there are wealthy people in Electronic City area also. For example, Kiran Mazumdar Shah, she has like a huge bungalow and all.
Yeah.
There are such people, but that honestly that's still an exception. You don't find that many CXO level people in Electronic City living in Electronic City area. It's kind of slightly more middle class in that sense. And if you look at the schools also, right, you don't have that much top notch. Very high end schools like Sarjapur Road, you don't see in Electronic City. So that kind of defines the characteristics, right? So generally speaking, you know, why did even a Wipro move? Like if you think, they moved like tens of thousands of people because they also realize the talent pool is more towards Sarjapur Road. The kind of talent pool that they want.
Yeah.
The IT, software engineers, etc. Right? I think that challenge has been there for Electronic City. That's why I think the real estate value is also a little lower here compared to Sarjapur Road. Vibe-wise also, right? So you only tell me, right? You look at the best pubs, best breweries, large restaurants. इतने unlimited है Sarjapur Road में ना. You know, Hosur Road में कितने हैं?
Yeah.
You may find like nice A to B.
Yeah, yeah.
In that sense, if you look at the characteristic, वहीं पे समझ में आ जाता है ना.
Correct.
आपको ना A to B है. You know, Hosur में some interesting biryani places, but they are more low end. ऐसा जगह है, right? So I think characteristics are quite different that way.
So Shesh, there's a 150-kilometer development limit around the airport. Do you think that's going to limit the growth, or there is room for future developments?
See, hurdle-wise, yes. I mean, starting that airport has so much positivity for them, and they are a little bit like frustrated. अरे यार वो शुरू नहीं कर पा रहे.
Yeah.
Because I think in their mind they are very aggressive about developing it, right? And when I say aggressive, look at Ola, right? See, Ola Electric is actually headquartered right in Bangalore. Yeah. Right? You know, in Bhavesh Agarwal houses in Koramangala, very close to the Silk Board flyover itself. Yeah. Right? But you know what? He chose to have his plant in Hosur area, right? In the Krishnagiri district, kind of near Hosur itself. Giga factory is setting up. And I know that many of these manufacturing, Tamil Nadu government, their own land policies towards industries, etc. They have generally been more aggressive. Lot of such plants have ended up going there. And Bhavesh himself, what I know is that वो तो at one time, I don't know if he does that still, every day यहाँ से वो गाड़ी लेके सीधा उधर जाके काम करता था. He lives in Koramangala, but he was technically working out of Hosur in that sense, out of his factory. Right? So I think this I think I would say from an industrial perspective, a lot of people are setting up stuff. A lot of battery things are coming up. I think Tamil Nadu government has a lot of EV policies. They are attracting quite a lot of manufacturing to Hosur. That way, I think manufacturing boom in that area is definitely there. Warehousing का तो बहुत boom है. एक तो है कि manufacturing है that goes well with warehousing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, generally also that highway is there, etc. I know that a lot of warehousing projects, etc. is happening. So I think that way there is a lot of boom. And recently I was reading there are a lot of 4-star hotels also that have come up. You know, Indian hotels itself has opened like 4-star hotels and all there.
Okay.
So काफी कुछ I think they are. I think government is kind of doing well by pushing to get all these infrastructure going. So along with that, airport is like a very positive. वो उसके बिना ये सब कर रहे लोग.
Correct.
वो तो and for your own question, एक बार airport आ गया और भी बहुत कुछ बन जाएगा.
For those looking to invest in Hosur, what do you think are the key areas they should be paying attention to?
See, one is you should understand the demography. Like I said, as of now, it is not a place for, say, a luxury apartment complex, etc. Right? Like I said, it's, you know, you kind of should understand the fact that CXO level people are not going to go there. So even if you're investing to build very high-end resto bar kind of a thing, very high-end mall, high-end hotels, that may not be the place in that sense. Or even if you want to build an office space complex that's like high-end, that may not be the place.
Yeah.
But you know, looking at the math, it is kind of a mid-grade price range place. I think the thing about always real estate investment, it is a percentage gain. Right? If that's the mindset to look at it, because the metro is going to come, I think there is definitely an upswing because of the metro. One has to understand if the metro upswing hai, so whatever you are betting on, how far the metro station is, what kind of behavior happens.
Yeah.
Right? Definitely, for example, be it co-living or a PG, there will be even more boom. More people would live there. There would be the BPO and call center जो चल रहा है और भी ज़्यादा चलेगा. IT वगैरह ना definitely I think it will increase from now because see now yellow line connects back to the other line that goes to JP Nagar, Kanakpura Road and Kanakpura Road. A lot of these places have a lot of good residents living, right? Yeah. So सबको वो connect हो जाएगा, सबको आना आसान हो जाएगा. So now I think there is definitely you know, see very high-end R&D kind of places. They are most likely continue to be at Sarjapur, Belandur, this kind of an area, Whitefield, etc. And some of them towards airport. Mid-level kind of hiring, a lot of them would kind of happen here. Okay. You know, in that sense, I would say like a regular IT services, etc. And you know, a lot more. Boom can still further continue to happen. And if Hosur kind of booms, there is always a benefit here. Yeah. But one thing somebody has to always also keep in mind is, for the nearer term, right? You might have heard, you know, there is a Bangalore-Chennai Express Highway that is coming.
I was about to ask you that.
So if you kind of interestingly see, that is going to cut down, I believe, currently it takes like 6-7 hours road drive. It can be brought to under 2 hours, is what I hear. Bangalore, say Chennai is actually east, but Hosur interestingly is in the south. The current highway kind of goes to the south and like a U and goes towards Chennai. If you look at the trajectory of the current national highway, but the new one is going to be a straight line. What it means is that it is going to start from Hoskote, it is going to go via Kolar towards Chennai. That means it is going to miss out this whole Hosur area. And there is a lot of action that is happening in Hoskote area right now from warehousing, etc. because they're all betting on that highway. The Chennai highway is almost shifting towards the other side. That also has a downside impact. One has to keep that in mind. But like I said, Hosur in itself may become important. You know, is becoming more and more important. More factories, a lot of things are coming. Yellow line is there. So there's plus and minus. One has to keep all that in mind. You need to know what you are betting on. आप क्या PG पे invest कर रहे हो, co-living पे invest कर रहे हो, या you're kind of investing on a property that can become, like I said, an IT place or a BPO place as a commercial, or you're making warehousing. आप क्या बना रहे हो वो समझना पड़ेगा. This whole dynamics has to be understood, and you know, like this is a very generic conversation. Right? So, but I would say that there are opportunities. Right. But at the same time, like I said, if you make wrong strategy, one can, you know, either lose money or then money can get stuck.
Correct.
Right? Because what they were expecting didn't happen. Let's say all the warehouses start moving towards the new road and आपने कुछ और गलत बना दिया इधर. So all of that has to be thought through and
planned. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for next video coming in next Tuesday.